Hey guys, it's Twisted Games here, coming to you with a gameplay, finally! Finally, after all this time of me not posting. Sorry guys, it's just, I have a busy life, or a life, compared to some people. I have track going on, I have school, I have like a EDM career which I'm trying to kickstart. Not a career. I'm only in 9th grade, but I have also EDM as a hobby, so I'm working on that too. So it's kind of hard to post, but definitely I'll post a lot more, like videos and stuff. Today I have a kind of a story for you, which is inspired by my friend. His YouTube channel name is Gunther, but his real name is Julian. And he told a story of what he did back in elementary school, which I thought was kind of savage. And I remembered I did some shit back in those days too. So I'm kind of telling my own story. So yeah, definitely I'm gonna post more before I get started with this story, because you know how it is, right? So let's get started. So when I was in elementary school, I had this teacher who was stressed out because she was like pregnant or something, and she was also dealing with these 4 other like troublemakers in her class. So we pretty much did whatever we wanted to during that class. Like at any given time, it would just erupt into chaos, right? And like the first two weeks of school, to give an example, we're literally just us sitting around like talking the entire first 2 weeks of school. Like it would have been like pretty much an extra 2 weeks of summer, minus the fact like we had no homework, like 1 lesson on math, and like nothing, just nothing to do. And so one of these times, one of these incidents where like we had pretty much nothing to do was she made a pretty terrible lesson plan. Pretty much she devoted a whole period every day, which was like 45 minutes, to teaching people how to use like basic multiplication tables. Now the teacher didn't take into account some of the smarter kids that were in the room, which included myself. So, you know, basically, I was starting to get bored every day throughout this entire period and wanted to kind of jazz it up a bit. So one day, the sub was in for basic facts. That's what they called it, I think. And like, so, you know, instead of this stupid board game which the teacher told everybody to play, I like started this whole like game show thing in the back, where I read out these flashcards, and there was like, I guess you could call it Jeopardy, but it wasn't Jeopardy because it was a lot better. No, just kidding. It was never better because I was a dumbass back then. So anyway, I came up with this game, and it kind of like went well with everybody. So I was like, hip hip hooray! And so because I was bored, because I had literally nothing to do, I kind of, you know, pretty much kept going with it for like a long time. I had this whole system of money for it. Eventually started a business using a money called Connor Bucks. Connor's my actual name, by the way. To give you a story about my name, me and my dad went to see this comedy Daddy's Home over the weekend, and the black guy in that movie is like, "Oh God, don't name your kid something white like Connor." Me and my dad were both cracking up like hysterically because, you know, my name was Connor, and he named me that. Or, not he named me that, but like, he took part in naming me that. So we were both amused to know that my name was one of the whitest names, apparently, according to this movie's scriptwriters. But anyway, back to the school thing. So Yeah, right. I had made my own money, and it eventually got to the point where, for my 10th birthday, I went to Disney World for vacation. It was freaking awesome for my little 10-year-old self. It would still be awesome now to go on that, like, awesome vacation. We were there for a long time. I think it was like a week and a half, 2 weeks? Yeah, almost 2 weeks. Where, but one night, sitting on the docks of the hotel that we had just eaten dinner at, waiting for the boat to come, I was like, I don't know, crying or complaining about something, and that something was the like really stupid business that I had started just to keep myself from, you know, I don't know, being bored in school, which was kind of weird because I wasn't in school. Yeah, I was kind of crazy back in those days. But eventually everyone yelled at me, but like I still continued after a month. Hell, like at a certain point, like the girl I liked back then, she just like took some of my books. Like it was I had no regard for anything back then. Like I had no chill back then either. Like I could have just been reading a book. Like a lot of people did that. Like the only other person who finished the basic facts at the same time as me, this girl Julia, she was just sitting there reading a book and then like hysterically laughed at the whole thing. I have no chill like that. I have to start some kind of shit, right? As me, man, Twisted Games, have to start those, you know? So, speaking of Twisted Games, that's the end of my story. And now to give you a brief update on what's coming for the channel. What's coming for the channel is a lot to do with what's coming out for the games. And for Black Ops 3, DLC 1 Awakening is coming out February 2nd, I think. So you'll have a lot to see from that DLC with the new Zombies maps and the 4 promising multiplayer maps. Of course, let's all ignore that really stupid looking snow map that we saw, because it's just bad. It's just bad. Why, Treyarch, why? Anyway, so we have DLC 1 Awakening for Call of Duty, and then we have Mortal Kombat X Combat Pack 2, which includes 4 new characters over the span of 2 or 3 months. That'll be exciting, because I thought Mortal Kombat X was done. I mean, I'd heard of a Combat Pack 2, but they came out with an official trailer and then a gameplay trailer. So I'm just like all for it, man. So yeah, it has Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 2 Mortal Kombat characters, and Alien from Alien, or Alien Isolation, or Aliens, or any of the tons of media the Xenomorph has been in. I don't know. If you people don't know who the Alien are, you literally do not know what pop culture is, and have never been to the 80s before. So yeah, Aliens is like one of the best movies ever. So yeah, there's that. And also, finally, Fallout 4, which might be my next video. The DLC for that, they eventually, like, they announced that mods would be coming out for console. Now, we haven't seen any of that yet. And also the DLC, there's rumors of going underwater in that game, and having there be an Atlantis-type world, just buried under there, or going to the moon. Like, there's some crazy DLC plans for Fallout 4, and it's already one of my favorite games that I got this year, so very curious to see how the DLC shapes up. Another game which I might do, but might not, is Star Wars Battlefront. That game is okay. If they can pull the DLC out, I'm getting the Season Pass, because that game just lacks the bit of oomph it needs. Like, not in terms of, like, Star Wars memorabilia. They've got that down to a science. But, just content, man. Like, they're coming out with free maps, I know, and stuff, but they just gotta whack this DLC out of the park. Then I'll be prepared to spend a $50 season pass just like I did for Call of Duty, because, you know, you kind of need to be committed to spending $50 extra on a game. So, yeah, that just about does it for this video. I'm glad if you liked my Kill Confirmed gameplay. I'm glad. This was one of the best ones that I picked up from my 2 hours of recording, almost. Some of which I played with my friends, so it was really like, I don't know, 45 minutes. But, yeah, I really hope you liked the gameplay. So, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please, please, please subscribe. And be sure to spread the word about Twisted Games, because I haven't posted in a long time, but I most certainly will post. The next video probably will be Fallout 4, but it could be something else, and it'll be coming in the next couple of days. See you guys later. Peace.